afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to what Chicago's first study cruises. Before we get our way here, I'll tell you a few officers save as well as your hands while on board. Chicago's Little League.
To found Fort Dearborn, a big fortress to protect from native attacks, which is a big concern. It didn't work for that. There was a terrible massacre, and that's how we got the first star on our flag. We'll hit the others as we go. But there were enough people settling all along the river that by 1837, Chicago incorporated as a city and became one of the fastest growing cities in the world. Take a look to your left. There's a big spaceship-looking building, Mather Tower, this very thin profile. It's called the Gothic Rocket. That was the tallest building in Chicago for 2 weeks, and then another one got taller. That's how fast we were cranking out skyscrapers in the 20s. Chicago was the home of the skyscraper. World War II progress came to near a halt in Chicago. We didn't build skyscrapers. You can totally tell the difference between pre-war buildings like those and post-war buildings like the one on our left, just past the bridge, 55 West Wacker. Part because of the design style. We call that modernism. And modernism ruled for nearly 30 years. Not just in Chicago, but in all over the world. That's the way we made skyscrapers. And then the postmodernists, after all, the New Veen building, the first skyscraper designed by Cullen, Pedersen, and Fox, it literally reflects every other building at the fort. And the downtown, the business district, is called the Loop because those trains don't stop at a station and switch tracks downtown. They go all the way around and back out to the edge of the city on the same track. Tower. Either way, that's a remarkable building. That was the tallest building on Earth for 23 years. Nobody had ever done anything like it. It's got more office space than any other building in the world. But today, it's the second tallest in the United States. One World Trade Center opened at the site of the former Twin Towers, and history's changed to move out of the city, and more people moved downtown. These buildings are adapted and reused. But there's going to be 3 towers coming up right there. If you come next year, you'll see those. It's owned by the Kennedy family, who until recently also... Fellas, if you wear stripes like that, it makes you look taller and slender. That's what architects were doing with buildings, because we were using steel. Now we call that the Magnificent Mile, North Michigan. And Wrigley was the first building to go up, and one after another they expanded out north on Michigan Avenue. This building on our left has that peacock at the top. That's NBC Tower. And it has those stripes, the dark recessed panels between the windows, like Art Deco, but it was built in 1989. It was designed by Michigan's the only one ordered by the United States. And it's important to Chicago because ships were coming in, right? That was our main way of freight. And after the St. Lawrence Seaway, you can go all the way around the eastern half of the United States, down to the Mississippi River, through that connection, through the canal, and back up across the Atlantic Ocean. Now, the boats were coming in at this pier, it's called Municipal Pier, University of Illinois' first Chicago campus. During the Second World War, there were carriers out on Lake Michigan. They were training the Navy.